Hello, my friends. So good to see you today. Here we go. Welcome. My name is Drake, and this is Touching the Edge. Welcome. So happy to see you. I'm happy to see you because I intend to create a shift in my life and to support you in creating a shift in yours in this 40-day practice of getting unstuck. And so today I want to ask you to kind of take a look at an image with me. I would like to ask you to imagine the image of yourself looking in a mirror, looking in a mirror, looking in a mirror, all the way down the line. Now imagine if one of those images of yourself identified itself as the central you and thought that everything else beyond it didn't exist. That this is the ground of being. This self looking at another self, looking at another self. This self sees itself as the primary you. So what I would like to suggest to you is that there's always going to be another self looking at another self all the way down the line, even if we identify with one of those elements as being who we are. This happens to us when we feel emotions, when we feel the intensity of emotion, when we feel the intensity of fear, the intensity of despair or anxiety, and the intensity of judgment, the intensity of shame. When we feel those elements, we feel like we're at the very center of our being, the very ground of who we are. And I would like to suggest to you that we're not seeing the whole picture. The eye doesn't see itself. The eye sees external images. If the eye sees itself, that means that the eye is damaged. And so what I want to suggest is that when we don't recognize that we are present and that there's something deeper than that, we end up coming from a fragmented view of reality. I remember a movie, it's called Ghost Dog. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's with Forrest Whitaker. And in that movie, there's a line where a character says, "Always see everything." Always see everything. What does that mean? It means recognizing that the power of our focus is in our ability to control it. If we can notice the subtle, we step into self-mastery. When you have the ability to see subtlety in the midst of intensity, it's called self-mastery. So when you can see the subtle, you're controlling your attention. But also when you can see the enormous, when you see something that's so important, so big, that we actually tend to not see it at all. When we are caught up in our judgment of others and in our sense of shame within ourselves, we're not seeing the whole picture. Always see everything. This is one of the best ways to get unstuck. Notice all that you can. Notice subtlety, but also notice your emotions as they come up, not from inside of it, but as one element happening amongst a lot of other things happening. When we do this, what ends up happening is that we have the ability to observe ourselves without the attempt to manipulate ourselves, to allow ourselves to be exactly as we are and let go of what we're holding on so tightly that is keeping us blocked. Anyway, this is my perception. I'm going to ask you, what is yours? And we'll go through lots of different ideas and practices, but what do you do that works? How do you get unblocked and unstuck? Because right now, we as a collective need as many people not stuck in their judgment as we can get. That's my perception. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. I bring my hands into prayer position. I bow to you. And I say to you, always see everything. Keep your awareness open. Don't get fixated on one element. And be aware that you can always take a step back and observe yourself. Namaste, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful day today.